everyone, you're welcome to Gusto News on Gusto TV Africa. I go by the name Andy, and on the news this time we have news from the Billboard, talking about the Billboard Afrobeats chart in the US is the first of its kind this particular week, and we're talking about some of the artists who have appeared on the chart this week. We also have news from Lil Frosh, and there is news from Timaya and music executive Ubi Franklin. But before I go into the details of the news here, as a tradition on Gusto TV, I'll start by saying thank you so much for all the amazing stuff that you do for us on the channel. I'm talking about liking of our videos, sharing our videos, telling people about all the amazing stuff that we do on the channel. If you're new to the channel, or maybe you've been a part of the family for some time and you are yet to subscribe, kindly subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, because that would let you know each time we drop a new video or whenever we go live. Alright, let's go straight on to the news, starting out with the Billboard Afrobeats chart for this week. Yes, sometime about last week, the Billboard and Afro Nations actually came out to say that there's going to be a new chart on the Billboard, and this particular chart will be focused on Afrobeats and Afrobeats artists and how well they are trending in the United States of America. They said this particular chart will start on the 29th of March, and indeed it has started, and they have given us the first list of artists and the first list of songs to appear on this chart on its debut week. And it actually happens that one particular song that's been making the way for a very long time is number one. Let's see the details of this particular one. So this particular artist is actually Ckay, and the song Love Wanting Thing. That particular song is also on the Billboard Hot 100, which is actually quite no surprise because it's actually the highest song as regards Nigerian artists on the Billboard Hot 100. So it's no surprise that's why he is currently at number one for the Afrobeats chart in the UK for the Billboard. So it says here, Ckay's Love Wanting Thing has debuted at number one on the newly launched Billboard Afrobeats chart. As you can see here, Ckay's Love Wanting Thing is currently number one. At number two, we have Fireboy DML, who is also on the Billboard Hot 100, taking up the second place as regards Nigerian artists on the Billboard Hot 100. Then there is Essence at number three, who was also at one point in time on the Billboard Hot 100, but is currently off that one. And at number four, there is Attention by Omale and Justin Bieber. Number five is Free Mind by Thames. Going on to number six, there's Fuse and Buju with Finesse. At number seven, there's Goya Meno and Neptunes with Ameno de Mapiano, the remix. At number 8, there's Thames featuring Brent Fayaz with Found. Number 9, there's Rema with Calm Down. At number 10, we have Ckay appearing again for the song Emiliana. So on the top 10, Ckay actually has 2 songs on the top 10 for the official Afrobeat charts US on the Billboard. I mean, that's actually really massive, having 2 songs on the top 10. But this particular list is actually a top 50 song list. I won't have to start mentioning the top 50, but let me give you some of the updates as regards the artists that have appeared the most on this chart. 50 songs on this chart. Let's see how many artists have actually appeared the most on this one. So artists with the most entries on the first Billboard US Afrobeat chart, we have Thames, who actually has 8 songs on the chart. There is WIZKID, who has 6 songs on the chart. There's also Burna Boy, who has 5 songs on the chart. There's Rema, who has 4 songs on the chart, and there's DAVIDO, who has 3 songs on the chart. So talking about artists with the most entries, Thames, the beautiful Timaya, actually holds it as the highest with 8 songs on the Billboard Top 50 Songs chart. Yeah, big kudos to all these artists who have actually featured on the debut week for the Billboard Afrobeat charts in the USA. And Ckay's Love Wanting Thing is actually at number 1. Big kudos to everyone, right? But let's move on to the next on the news, talking about Lil Frosh. This particular guy once in time signed with DAVIDO Music Worldwide, DMW, and also Obama Music Worldwide, OMW. Well, at some point in time, he left the label. Not that he left, he was actually told to leave the label because of some issues he had with his ex-girlfriend Gift Camille. Well, at some point in time, this guy actually was said to have assaulted his girlfriend. She came out on the internet to say that she was assaulted by him, and then she went on to give us pictures of the incident that actually happened between them and how her face was battered. This actually made DAVIDO to sack him from the record label, saying that the record label did not want to have anything to do with anybody who engages in domestic violence. Yeah, DAVIDO actually released a statement, and we no longer heard from Lil Frosh as regards the DMW crew. Well, right now there's more details as regards the whole issues that happened between Lil Frosh and Gift Camille, because she has come out to say that, guys, I have decided to drop the case in court. So let's see what she has said right now on her Instagram story. So she actually said, I want to thank everyone that stood by me throughout the incident between Lil Frosh and I. It says, I would also like to state that the case between I and Lil Frosh has been withdrawn from court and we are on good terms. Says, Thank you very much. She says again, I want to thank you all that stood by me, but guys, the case I had with Lil Frosh has now been dropped from court because we are now on good terms. So good to know that these guys are actually on good terms right now, although domestic violence is wrong and we do not promote any form of domestic violence. Please guys, male and female, actually there are also ladies who actually abuse men, so you guys should actually stop it, and men who actually abuse the women, please stop it. Domestic violence is very wrong. I would never promote domestic violence. But she has actually come out to say that she has decided to drop the case in court because both of them are now in good terms. All right guys, let's round up the news with some set of guys who are also set to actually fight. Talking about Timaya and Ubi Franklin. But before we talk about the whole case between both of them, let's talk about Timaya and his latest song, which he has titled No Pressure. I mean, it was a great song by Timaya. And before now, Timaya had been in the news because he was said to have knocked down a lady, and the lady also said that after she got knocked down by Timaya, Timaya was yet to reach out to her formally. But right now, Timaya is actually back in the news again because this time he's set to go on a round of bout and fight with music executive Ubi Franklin. Timaya actually came out this morning and said that he was ready to beat Ubi Franklin just like he had beat him last year. And so many people are like, you know what, let's get more of this violence, which violence is actually wrong, but I don't know why Nigerian people are just like ready to have gist that has violence in it right now. Well, let's see what Timaya is saying as regards fighting Ubi Franklin. And trust me, Ubi Franklin has also replied to Timaya, saying so many stuff and revealing so many secrets right now. Let's see the details of this particular one. Timaya and Ubi Franklin. This morning, Timaya came out and he said, Ubi Franklin, you remember the beating I gave you in January last year? He says, don't let me beat you again. And please, I like your new job as Ifeanyi's nanny. And please don't mess it up. He says Davido is a good guy, he can make your life. Please focus on your new job. Okay, this is Timaya actually throwing a whole lot of shade because Ubi Franklin has actually been seen a whole lot with Ifeanyi and Chioma together, and then Timaya is like, you know what, maybe probably you are Ifeanyi's new nanny, and it's like, don't let me beat you the same way I did to you last January. And people are like, what actually caused this fight? Why would Timaya just come out early in the morning and be like, you know what, I don't actually want to beat you the same way I did in January? Now Ubi Franklin has actually come out to give us a little bit of more details, although still quite sketchy. We don't know what's going on between them, but let's see what Ubi Franklin has actually said as regards Timaya beating him. Ubi came out to say Timaya is so petty. He says, you are angry because I told you how wrong it was to knock down a woman and leave her to her fate. He says, you come to talk trash here today. I am not a person that will see wrong and keep quiet. He says, you were wrong to have knocked down that woman. You were wrong to have knocked that woman down and left her there. Period. So it actually appears that maybe this whole thing has actually happened because of the whole accident Timaya had with this lady, and the lady coming out to say Timaya is yet to approach her formally. Ubi Franklin also continued by saying, I know you all see Timaya act gangster. You feel say if he beats me. Oh, I know because you all see Timaya act gangster, you feel say he can beat me. He says, no wahala. I go find that CCTV footage from my Oga house, see how we knelt down to beg. He called me the next day to apologize because he was high and attacked me unprovoked. Self-defense came to play. I made sure he got his. I wasn't certified because there were so many big boys / men who knew he attacked me unprovoked because he was drunk, and I did mine to fill the gaps. He says, I'm not violent. I'm not a violent person, but I will defend myself. So Ubi Franklin is coming out to counter the claims of Timaya beating him up, saying that, you know what, I would actually go get the CCTV footage of me actually beating him back in terms of self-defense. Yes, he attacked me, no problem. I accept the fact he attacked me, but I acted in self-defense and also beat him back. So there's also the CCTV footage, and if he wants to keep on talking trash about beating me up, I'll actually just go get the CCTV footage so that the whole world will know that he is not as gangsterly as he thinks, and I also beat him up there. And Ubi Franklin actually wraps it up by saying, I am not a violent person, but I will defend myself. Well, this whole gist will definitely not end right now. There will still be more replies and more boosts from both of them, and maybe somehow we could get CCTV footage, yes, video evidence of the whole issues that happened and what actually caused this fight directly. Yeah, it's Ubi Franklin and Timaya. I'll be rounding up the news right now. You're new to Gusto TV, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, tell your friends, families, and everyone around you about all the amazing stuff we do on the channel. Subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. It's really important. My name is Andy. Have a great and exciting day. Bye-bye.